I want to ask very respectfully, Mr. Minister, that is it in accordance with our procedure to receive documents on budget presentation on the very minute that we are considering the budget and you are defending it? In the letters we have written to all the ministries, we have specified through our clerks that these documents are supposed to be submitted to us at least 48 hours before now. And they are being presented just now. It means you guys are not ready for this statutory exercise. If you are not, then let's call it a day. We cannot continue operating like this. We have been too patient about the way we are relating with you as a ministry. Honorable Minister, Senator, distinguished Senator, I want to tell you on record that as Chairman House Committee on Upstream, I am seeing you only once in a year. And that's not how to collaborate and work together. You are making our works quite a difficult process. Very difficult process. If you guys, you can always say that you are friends of the institution. Agreed. But do you actually act like friends of these institutions? No. We are responsible morally and statutorily. And we are only being held responsible for what we don't know. For God's sake. And I want to advise that if you are not ready for this exercise, fine, we reschedule this meeting. It doesn't matter. If you like, you come back on Monday. If you like, don't come back on Monday. We will do our job with or without you in attendance. That is my take.
Honorable Chairman, excuse me, please. The Chairman and co-chairman with their deputies. Senator Kau, Chairman, downstream. Do you mind if I speak, please? I invited guests. Jeff states, no, I want to contribute. I'm contributing. I have the right to contribute. Please. Honorable Minister, I can see some papers already being circulated. I think if you have enough copies, just circulate so we can get on with it. Please. We can see that already happening. Well, I'm a member of the floor. I can see some papers being circulated. If you have enough, you can go ahead and speak to it, please.
Honorable Minister.
Let's get on with it.
One meeting.
Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman.
One meeting, please. One meeting, please. Do we now have copies of?
No, we don't.
Let's leverage technology. Let's leverage technology, please.
Mr. Chairman.
If we do not have copies.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Do you guys want us to continue?
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Or to reschedule this meeting?
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. We're supposed to have the copies even before today.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I feel.
Mr. Chairman.
We are here. We are here.
No documents. But they are sharing the documents now. We'll just be making noise. Come on. So what do we do? They are circulating these things, and I'm not sure these things can go around. Hey.
Why the report don't be allowed to enter?
You go to take a decision for the committee class.
Can't continue like this.
You people people don't want us to do this meeting, we leave it now.
We can come back.
There's no way. We as chairman are supposed to control what is going on here. We are supposed to control what's going on here. We did not meet. We did not meet. You would have initiated it. You are also meeting now.
Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, let me, by your indulgence, can I please representatives for the mix-up. It is not intended at all. It is not deliberate. What is happening is not deliberate at all. And I've been told that by the directors in charge of budget that the documents are, right in the National Assembly, and that they are bringing them. So please, first of all, let me apologize that we will never do anything deliberately. We're human beings. I mean, we could, by either commission or mission, do certain things that may not be in the best interest of, everybody, but it can never be deliberate. We will never. There's only one institution that we belong to. Throughout my life, I've been a parliamentarian from 1999 till today, save for 2015 to 2019 when I was Minister of State Agriculture. This is where I belong to. I would never do anything, to, deliberately disrespect this institution. So I want to specifically apologize to all of you, and in particular to my chairman upstream House of Reps, who is my friend, that I'm very sorry, for whatever, mix-up that's going on. But having said that, if you could allow us a few minutes, I believe that we'll be able to. The Ghana must go is here. No money, but at least the documents are here. So that the press will not say that we are bringing money to you people. These are the documents that, appropriate the money we pay. So I sincerely apologize, Mr. Chairman. Please.
What I would like to, on behalf of the leadership of this joint session, further state that while it is human to commit an error, it is also human to present an apology like you did. On our own part, we have no problem accepting your apologies. But the fact is that we cannot be apologetic in the discharge of our constitutional duties as lawmakers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, especially on a matter like this one, which is to do with appropriations of public funds. We can't be apologetic. And I appreciate the fact that both of you are members of this institution for life. The Honorable Minister Gas was in the House of Representatives. You have been in the Senate for quite a long time. And we feel you should not only be our ambassadors by word of mouth. You must have to be our ambassadors out there and in here by word of mouth and by action. I want to ask very respectfully, Mr. Minister, that is it in accordance with our procedure to receive documents on budget presentation on the very minute that we are considering the budget and you are defending it? In the letters we have written to all the ministries, we have specified through our clerks that these documents are supposed to be submitted to us at least 48 hours before now. And they are being presented just now. So that's our concern. We can understand ourselves as human beings. But when it comes to the issue of discharging our duties, where people lay their expectation and hopes on us, sir, we have to do it discreetly. Please, Honorable Minister, please. I am putting this on record for the future, because you still have 2 more budgets to present here. If we should continue in the manner we are doing, then definitely we cannot be on the same page. Please.
Honorable Minister, please.
The chairman, sir. Yes, sir. It's for the records. States very clearly that we have never, at any material time, done anything to deliberately disrespect this institution. Not at all. Very, very far from it. If you can recall what I said, this is the institution that we belong to. This is the institution that we belong to. And as far as I'm concerned, we are on sabbatical. We are on sabbatical to the executive. And we always, strive to be, very good ambassadors of the National Assembly in the executive arm of government. We only got to know about, I don't have any formal communication that this session is taking place today. I only got to know about it late last night. The later we got before was that it would be on Monday. But my colleague was able to speak to, one of your colleagues, the chairman, presiding chairman here, Senator, Jerigbe, that both of us will be, on behalf of Nigeria, be in Davos for the World Economic Forum. And that we're likely going to travel over the weekend. And because you were very kind, and because you considered us as one of your own, you decided to now indulge us, reschedule for today. So please, I apologize. I don't want, you know why?
Honorable Minister.
Because the press is here. I don't want the press to think that we are taking you for granted. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, you have been heard. Please, Honorable Minister of State, Petroleum, carry on. Carry on.
Yes.
The media. My name is Kafila Togbara. I represent Koshofe Federal Constituency, and I'm from Lagos State, the Center of Excellence. Honorable Minister, thank you for your presentation. I just have an observation that considering the fact that Mr. President has a vision to ensure that the CNG program, gets to the grassroots, I want to find out, in your collaboration with stakeholders, for the conversion of vehicles to dual fuel or to LPG CNG, how much impact do you think you have been able to make in terms of percentage on Nigerians? And of course, how much collaboration and cooperation, how much are you leveraging on the collaboration and cooperation of honorable members? Knowing fully well, hello, I want to ask you, an area of concern for me, please. It's an area of concern for me. I saw it in the document, so I want to know how much in 2024, how much you have been able to cooperate and leverage with honorable members, knowing fully well that we work with the grassroots. Because I personally have a program on CNG in my constituency, and I want to know how you are going to, ensure that we collaborate together so that we can ensure that this thing gets to the grassroots. So I want to
chance to the budget. Yes, I didn't say it's not in the budget. I want to call on Senator Alero to make it.
Senators and members of the House of Representatives. I'm looking at the capital proposal for 2025.
Me, I'm doing in my community.
I'm at a loss, I must confess, because all the budget items, to me, do not constitute capital projects. More or less, they are what I can call consultancy services, seminars, ministerial retreat, establishment and maintenance of MPR inventory management system, annual compliance audit on joint operating agreements. These are things that cannot constitute capital project in real sense of the word. I was thinking that capital project will mean budgetary items that can be seen tangibly when implemented. But these are things you cannot even see. You hold seminar, you hold workshop, this can come under your personal emolument or whatever, overhead cost. But these don't constitute capital projects. This is my take, Mr. Chairman, and I'm sure many of our colleagues will certainly agree with me. Thank you, thank you.
OFR, I represent Anambra Central Senatorial District.
I'm a member of all these committees on the table. My question, Mr. Minister Gas, I'd like you to throw light on what is happening to the midstream and downstream gas infrastructure fund, which have been fixed in various banks. I would like us to tell us what has happened to those funds and interest that have accrued in fixing those funds in various banks. Thank you very much.
That he will be sure that if he becomes president of Nigeria, the charging of the Chad Basin is going to be part of the solidarity, and controlling all exploration is nothing, and there's nothing like that. Please, thank you very much.
I represent the people of Nigeria, starting in chief of my federal constituency. Honorable Minister, I will go straight to your personal cost on page 19, your solution. That needs to become your NHIS. Now, this NHIS is already proposed at me about 58,637 naira. Now my question is this: those personnel, maybe you have that budget, and at the end of the day, you need to have enough patience. Maybe you have about 50 billion, and at the end of the day, you have about 20 billion spent. How do you return the 30 billion naira? That's my question, number one. Number two, let this house also know how much was your NHIS in 2024 and how much was spent. And did you also carry it over to 2025? Thank you. I think that's my question. Okay.
Capital budget of this ministry is 900 and something million, and that's what we are sitting on. So as we ask our questions, let us understand the position of things. I'm actually surprised that no one has raised the issue of funding. The capital envelope, the envelope for capital for the Ministry of Petroleum Resources is actually supposed to be inadequately provided. What has been given to this ministry, I don't think the mandate of the ministry can be carried out. And we are oversighting. And it is our duty to make sure that the mandate of the ministry as enshrined is carried out. So let us take that into consideration as we make our contributions. Please.
My name is Honorable Isa Muhammad Anka. I'm representing Anka Talata Mapara constituency. I'm from Zamfara State. The chair, sir, it's not surprising that people or members dwelt seriously on the issue of the internally generated revenue. One of the simple reasons is that when you look at the pro forma, nothing is said about the remarks. Nothing, and I don't think it speaks. I'm an accountant, chartered, so it doesn't speak well, you know, when it comes to the revenue issue. Nothing about said the remarks. So it's not surprising that members, you know, raise seriously on the issue of internally generated revenue. Secondly, a colleague talks about nominal raw. The essence is for analysis. The Sir, the office of the head of service, the office of the head of service has a unique pro forma, has a unique format on the issue of nominal role. And I think each MDA, each MDA must, when it comes to budget analysis, it must have such kind of annexure on the issue of nominal role. The essence is for the analysis. It has to have about 7 to 8 variables. It has to have serial number, name, sex, local government, date of first appointment. Like I said, I think the ministry should have that standard pro forma, which has already been approved, if they are not aware of. So nominal role is very, very important. Thank you very much.
Gas, co-chairman, distinguished colleagues and members, Honorable Minister Gas, my question is on policy on the Nigerian gas pipeline infrastructure. Recently, I saw somebody on television, Arise News, canvassing the issues as they affect the Southeast geopolitical zone on the construction of high-pressure gas pipelines. It was revealed the Southeast has no program for high-pressure gas pipeline infrastructure going on now. Like you have the AKK, Abuja, Kaduna, Kano, and you have similar projects across the other geopolitical zones. There is no program to lay pipes, high-pressure gas pipelines in the Southeast to carry natural gas around that zone. So since that revelation, our people have been gravely concerned, and they've been reaching out to us in the National Assembly to find out why the Southeast doesn't have that project. Is it in your program? When are you going to do that so that the same gas can be made available to the Southeast geopolitical zone for industrialization purposes and other purposes? That's my question.
Honorable Ministers, you have the floor, please.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished or attempt others, and those ones that we need to push to the technocrats, like the Permanent Secretary, will do that for clarity. On the CNG, I really appreciate your concern. I would like to combine your question with that of distinguished Senator Natasha. There is a Presidential Committee on CNG initiative that is working on the CNG projects and programs. And from time to time, I've been calling them to render their report so that I know exactly what is going on there, because I'm not a member of that committee. Yes. So, but identifying with them, I know that they are really progressing. The concerns over explosions, I have involved the NMDPRA, the regulator, the standard organization, to liaise with the presidential initiative and ensure that for the installation of the equipment in the vehicle, in the conversion, it should be certified centers. So far, our investigation has shown that those ones that you have explosion has been done by illegal outfit, which we are working on making sure that they don't operate. So we are really on it. Of course, we know we are beginning something that is new to our country, Nigeria, to cut down the costs. But we should expect some of these accidents at a very minimal level. As we perfect other countries that make use of this, like you look at India and other countries, they had their own share of accidents across the line. But they try to adjust as they move on. So I can assure you CNG has come to stay, and we will do everything possible to make sure that we curb all those incidences as we progress. NMDPRA, Standard Organization, and Presidential CNG Initiative, they are working hand in hand, and we are trying to formulate a regulation to make sure it covers all those areas. Thank you very much. On the midstream, downstream infrastructure fund, thank you very much, sir. If I've known that there will be a question on that, I would have brought in the executive director who is in custody of the records. But what I can tell you at this moment is that we have released about 222 billion to the 6 companies that are involved in this midstream, downstream infrastructure development to cushion the effect of the CNG that we are talking about and try to disseminate it to other states of the Federation. Because when we talk about this CNG, we need to cover the entire Federation before it will be effective. We are talking about climate change, and to mitigate that, we need to embrace this cleaner way of utilization. The global world is talking about energy transition, and it is gas that we have in quantum in our country, Nigeria, that will take advantage of it to do it. And so we are the transaction advisors. They are processing the next set of beneficiaries of the fund. And when that is done, the council will sit and go through the requirement and further release more funds to those individuals. Thank you very much. And on the NHIS, internally generated revenue that has been pointed out, I would like to involve the permanent secretary or any of the technocrats there. They will have to answer to those ones. Take-off grant, they will equally answer to that, because they are the ones that we are supervising and they are the ones that are executing. So they will have to give you, like the nominal role you talk about, they have to explain how it goes. Yes, distinguished senator will respond to modular refineries. Distinguished, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, for...
Okay, sorry.
Presidential CNG initiative. I believe, and maybe that's the purview of majority, that as a minister of gas state, you should be a member of the presidential CNG initiative. Because I'm looking at the members presently. We have Mr. Zacchaeus Adedeji, which I believe is the FIRS boss. And we have other members, but I think you should be there so that you don't rely. No. It's not about he doesn't have the power. If it's something that we can actually recommend, then it should be so that, because you are the driver of this and you are meeting with us in the Senate, you are the interface that we know on the CNG. So it's right that you are a member of the presidential CNG initiative, please. And lastly, thank you so much. Thank you so much for setting up the 30th of January to flag off 5 mini LNGs plants in Ajakuta, Kogi State. Thank you for that.
Honorable Minister.
222 billion. It is 122 billion on the MDGIF fund. All right, a quick one is that on the presidential initiative, that committee was formed before I was appointed a minister. So there is no way I would have been appointed in absence. So, but I should pretend over it. I call them for briefing from time to time. Thank you very much. And, sir.
We want to go to the mosque.
Excuse me. On the gas line network within the eastern region. Yes, sir. The southeast, sorry. What we have today is the OB3 and the AKK. And we have the spur lines to distribute to all the eastern part. And of course, we have a gas pipeline from Akwa Ibom State that is supplying the gas to Abia. power plant. So there is a proposal for extension across the entire eastern region. So OB3, at this point in time, I want to express my sincere thanks to the President because of the push that he has given to NNPC to make it to the level that they are today. And of course, within the couple of months, those two big projects will be completed. And when those things are completed, we'll have gas supply from the southern part, eastern, western, and of course to the northern part of the country. Thank you very much.
Okay, can we now move for adjournment? Because we will get back to the ministry on our